So Johnny Nelson states that Anthony Joshua should retire out of love for the fighter. And let me counterpunch. I don't know, maybe, when you do admire a person, it is, I think it's more of fear than love. But then if you love someone, you do fear that something may bad happen to them. So I think in Johnny's case, I think he doesn't want what happened to AJ last time happen again. And because of that, he wants him to retire. You know what I mean? So I think Johnny Nelson's approach is the angle of coming in of fear, not necessarily love for the confidence that AJ can do better. I think it's almost, to me, it's feminine. You know what I mean? But then not saying that's a bad thing because, I think the admiration and the love he has for AJ, he doesn't want AJ to get hurt because one thing about AJ is not a Daniel Dubois. So I do get what Johnny's saying, meaning AJ is not one of those guys that he'll get knocked down and just stay there. You know what I mean? Like both of his losses like that. He's been beat 4 times, twice by Usyk, once by Ruiz, and then another by Dubois. Well, the first and last time he got defeated, he was dropped 4 times. So what does that mean? Well, if someone gets dropped 4 times, can you really call them a fucking quitter? Like, think about it. Can you call them, or should I say, can you call them someone with no balls that gets dropped that many times, that goes to the canvas and gets up that many times? How many times did he get dropped by Ruiz? 4. How many times did he get up? 4. Right? How many times did he get dropped by Danny Dubois? 4 or 5. How many times he got up? 4. You see what I mean? So I think what Johnny's getting at is he doesn't want to ever see Anthony Joshua in that position again. And I think based on his last performance, because it's only fair to judge your last performance, right? So he doesn't want to see him like that again. And I do think it's out of love. I don't think it's out of disrespect. I don't think that. I don't think that he's trying to say, man, don't bring your ass back in there. You ain't no good. You ain't good enough. So please don't do it again. No, it's, we don't know, whatever was wrong with you that day will happen again. And because of that, I do fear you going back in there and the same thing happening because you're hard-headed. You may take your ass in there and get knocked down again and again and again and again, and you're looking like Mildred Taylor over here. You don't want that for anybody. You don't want that shit. You think you really want AJ to be slow because of too many blows? Think about it. And I do get that. But I would say this. Should he retire? He could. He could retire, but then no. I'm a different cat, right? I think a totally different way than Johnny Nelson in this regard for AJ. AJ needs to show the dog that he claims that he has. Now, if AJ's talking like he doesn't want it, okay, well, therefore, all right. If he's no longer talking it like he walks it, okay, fine. Don't go back into the ring, and I would advocate that, and I will be on or in the circle as Johnny Nelson. I would be like, you know what? Nah, AJ should stay where he's at. He's good. He has money. He's laughing, skinning, and grinning. He's healthy, most importantly, and he's not suffering, the ill effects of getting hit too much. Me personally, I think he could beat Danny Dubois. And I think that's the next fight he should have. Fight Daniel. Daniel's talking about he's injured. Daniel may be all in it for the money. Because if he fights AJ next, you know what that means? He's in it for the money. He ain't in it for anything else. He ain't in it to get back in the ring with Usyk because he had enough of that shit. He's been stopped twice by that man. You can't say that shit about AJ, can you? No, you can't, because AJ ain't got stopped by him. But AJ got stopped by Dubois. That's been stopped by Alexander Usyk twice. And then Joe Joyce once. Right? So, no. I think AJ... me personally, and this might be a selfish thing with me, I just think he's better than the performance we've seen him in against Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he was off. He had an off night. He's really good or he's really bad. I believe what Dillian Whyte said about him. So there you go. That's what I believe, and that's what I think. But should he retire? It's debatable. But most importantly, it's up to you guys. You guys tell me what you think below. Like and share. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.